Hello everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Martincella. So I've turned on my camera today for another random one, but not so random because you guys know, I'm thinking of these subjects, topics, and I haven't written them all down in any particular order. But if there's anything in specific that you guys would like to see from me, leave it down in a comment down below and we can absolutely discuss it. Today, I'm not so much in a rush to go pick up the kids fast because I still have an hour and 30 minutes. And so I turn on this camera to talk about cleanliness, cleaning. Yes, yes, yes. The boring subject of cleaning, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed my last video about just respecting yourself, and yeah, so I posted that one and just being kind to yourself. So that was the one I posted. And I wanted to segue from that one into this one. I feel like this is an appropriate subject about cleanliness, cleaning, and let's just get into it. So with my channel here, I guess according to my analytics, and sorry about my voice, my throat has been bothering me, so if I sound weird or anything like that, or I'm coughing, nothing extreme, it's just like I've been going through it this week. So the topic is cleanliness, cleaning, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. Like sister to sister or sibling to sibling type of vibes. I have noticed that a lot of young women, okay, young ladies, even some young men as well included, that I've noticed, because I am young, I'm 35, so a lot of the people that are in my immediate circle and like a little bit extended, when we do like, you know, when I socialize, they're pretty close in my age range. And according to my analytic as well, majority of you guys that watch my channel are between the age of 24 to 34, and most of you guys are female. Not that I don't have any other groups watching my channel, but that's just the sweet spot with my analytic and stuff like that. And so I thought this was very important to kind of bring up. Part of respecting yourself and part of caring for yourself, okay, just another little segue into that subject, is cleaning your space, maintaining the space that you are residing in, okay? That is any space, whether you own that place yourself or you're still sharing that space with your parents. And within that group, it's not a lot of you that are out and living on your own yet. Some of you guys are still home with family members, or some of you guys are bunking with friends. The worst thing that I see is a lot of y'all are going out. You look gorgeous. You look gorgeous on the outside, believe me. When you guys come out here, your hair is done, your nails are done, your face looks beat nicely, everything. You can't put a finger on it. But when you return back in your personal space, the reflection shows like it's not on par. It really is not on par. It's a mess. And that's something that you just have to deal with. You got to face it head on. Now, this video is not targeting anybody specifically, because I do understand that people go through stuff and like people go through medical reasoning and things like that, different reasons, depression and things like that. And this also, some of these things can have an effect on you where you are unable to address, this cleanliness and this cleaning after yourself and just taking care of a lot of things that you do for yourself. I'm not addressing these people. I am addressing the healthy, young, vibrant individuals that put up a particular persona out there, and then in their own personal space, they come back and they're not, they don't have it together, that they're not putting things together. Okay. They're focused on all the other things, leveling up in all other areas and just the big stuff. We got to start with our ABCs. We got to start with our basic. Okay. We got to clean up after yourself. Your room cannot look anyhow. Your bed, the sheets that you sleep on, you can't be sleeping on sheets over 7 days and still going. Like, there's basic cleanliness that you need to take care of. And some of us are out here, oh, we're looking for extra space, or we're looking to upgrade our homes and things like that into like a bigger home. Look around the apartment that you live in, or the condo that you're in right now, the smaller house that you have right now. How are you maintaining it? Like, you want more. Do you realize that that's more cleaning? That's more responsibility. Like, these are things to consider. There's this video should not even be long. The simple fact is we just need to take care of our space. We need to be clean. We need to take care not only of, like having a proper, like a hygiene routine and stuff like that. Like, yeah, some of you guys do get away with a proper hygiene routine going outside, but the space that you're living in, like, come on. And again, this is for the young, healthy, vibrant young individuals that are dropping the ball here. Like, you guys need to pick that up. You cannot be expecting to, like, you can't be expecting the bigger things. And some of you guys are looking for like relationships and like focusing on, oh, I'm gonna go in a relationship with somebody, or I'm looking for this, I'm looking to settle down. I'm like, and you're taking this type of behavior. It's like, yeah, you can hide it in the dating phase, you can go along, but like after that, when you like finally are with the person, those habits are gonna come out. Not only that, like, if you don't address those habits, your children are gonna pick up those habits. And a lot of times with children, yes, we are teaching them with words and reminding them things and speaking, but a lot of times the biggest lessons and things that they learn by far are the things that you aren't teaching, are the things that you are setting the example by simply doing around the house. I remember the other day I noticed my daughter, she was trying to set up her bed a certain way. She was looking for extra pillows and like a throw and things like that. And I was like, why is she, like, you just did your bed, you don't need to do the most. Like, why is she doing that? I didn't clue it in. It's like, no, she's out here watching the way that I do my bed. She's out here watching the way that I put things together. And yeah, she's into that stuff as well. She's into that decorating her space a certain way as well, because she watches me. And it's not something that I taught her. She's simply watching, and she's learning by watching, and it's important. It really is important. And the bottom line, you just need to clean your space. You need to be more mindful of your space. You need to, that's one way of respecting yourself. It really is. It's one way of respecting yourself. You deserve a clean, I hope I'm saying the word right, a clean room, a cleanliness room, a space that you as an individual can live in. You deserve that. You deserve to give yourself that. And it's not everybody that likes cleaning, but you have to do it because you're living there. That's your space. Those are your things. You need to take care of them. Like today, I brought down a pair of my running shoes, walking shoes. I was like, man, these look scruffy. I took them out from like last good weather season that we had. I took them out. I'm like, man, they don't look so good. Of course, like I have them in the sink there. I sprayed them with some products to, just get the gunk off so I can wash them for this season, Like, I get it. We're in that type of culture where, you know what I mean, if you need something, you buy and you buy and you replace and you thing. And it's like sometimes you just need to take care of what you have. You know, you need to take care of what you have. You know, like take the time to clean the little things, the things that aren't necessarily, you know, like the bigger things. You know, sometimes it's a matter of like taking care of, like, I'm just giving an example here, like your hairbrushes. When was the last time you washed your hairbrushes or your makeup brushes? You know, because you're using that for yourself. You need to respect yourself enough to do these little things. These are the little things. We're not talking about the big things about, oh, what's your laundry routine and your bed sheet and this and that. Like that, yeah. You know, like how often you mop the house and you sweep and you dust. Okay, all that is gonna be done, you know? And I get it. Some of us have kids. It's not easy to have little ones around the house, and you're constantly, it almost feels like you're constantly cleaning, you know? But you need to have system in place. Yes, don't burn yourself out. You need to have system in place. You know, it's not an excuse to have a messy place just because you have kids. No, if you have basket system in place where, you know, the kids are free to do, you know, play in the space as they see fit, and a certain time comes, they know that they have to clean and put it away, you know, that you're not overwhelming yourself at the end of the day. And if they're unable to do that, you know, then you have to do it, you know. And yes, some of us in that age range, we don't necessarily have like, we some of us have like toddlers still, I guess, within that 24-34 age range. Some of us have that. And this cleaning thing isn't just for us, the women. It's for the men as well. You cannot be a disgusting person and expect to just, oh, find a woman that's clean so that you can go along with her. No, you just become a burden. Like, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. You need to take care of your stuff. You need to be clean. Like, we can't be living two lives out here. And I'm seeing a lot of like young women, young women specifically, even young men. Like, we see you out in public, everything is all right, you know. Yeah, you know, like you could have showered, spray yourself, gotten new clothes and all that stuff. Like, everything is good, but it's like when you enter your space, when you enter your car, like just just clean. Just make sure you have a clean space. Like, respect yourself enough to have a clean space, you know? And you can't be like one of those last minute person just because you're having somebody over, you start shoving things under the 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 couch and the bed. And no, like it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. You know, it shouldn't be like that. You know, so that this video, yeah, it's not supposed to be long, but it's another random rant about cleaning, you know, for those of us that are young and vibrant and not doing the right things. Okay, you know who you are. Okay, and this video is for you. Okay, this video is for you. And for those of us that are moms, that are, yes, we are doing the work of cleaning, you know, it does get exhausting. Yes, you always feel like you're doing it all the time. Okay, yes, what you want to do is you want to pace yourself. You want to give yourself, you know, a schedule, something that you can maintain, that, you know. And I get it. Some of you guys are working, you know, it's not easy, but like, it's no excuse to just let things pile on. Like, go inside your fridge, look around your fridge. When was the last time you clean that space of where you're putting the food that is going to be nourishing you? Like, take care of those spaces. And if you are still in a space, where a home where you're still living with like your parents and like your siblings or an aunt or somebody, it's like you you don't need anybody to come around and tell you to clean your space or contribute to the cleaning of the space so that we all have a good living situation. You don't need that. We are too grown for this. We don't need that. And if you notice that people are coming to you to have this type of discussion, especially when you're in a shared space, you there's something wrong. You got to get to the bottom of it, and you need to drop those habits. They're not good habits. They're not going to take you anywhere. In fact, they're just going to hinder you. Having a clogged space and a dirty space and things like that, it's like it affects you. It really does affect you. I may not have the scientific backing of whatever that is, but if you start going down that rabbit hole, you're going to see that, yeah, it does affect your productivity, your mental state and all that. And I'm not talking about those people that are actually are going through something and are in a particular mental state where they cannot address this, like they can't address something. Like depression can get some people in a certain place. Some medical health reasons can get people in a certain place where they're unable to care for themselves in the way that they should. And this video is not for those people, okay? For those people, I would just recommend to kind of like reach out for that help, and accept that help where you feel comfortable, because sometimes when you reach out for that help from some people that are not the right people, they tend to judge you. And this video is not by any means to come out as like a judging one as well, but it's just a quick reminder. It's like, man, we need to respect ourselves a little bit more and take care of those things. And another thing I would say, yeah, so definitely if you do need the help, get the help, and don't be ashamed to outsource, especially if you are a working individual and you have a little bit of money to kind of like help you and to ease your life. And don't be ashamed to outsource. A lot of times I notice like people would try to like shame people for outsourcing little tasks and jobs and things like that just because, oh, you're supposed to be able to do it. I'm like, no. Especially like in this day and age, if you're, for example, I'm just giving an example, if you're a mom of a couple of kids, you have a very kind of like a very strenuous job. Just putting it like, just giving an example here, go with me, like a nursing job, for instance, and you have a couple of kids, you have a big home to maintain and things like that. It's like, no, if your salary is decent enough for the job that you're doing, you're maintaining everything else. No, you can go to a car place and have your car detailed every so often, and you don't have to be ashamed of it because you didn't do it yourself. You can have your even laundry. There's laundry services that can be outsourced. It's like you can't get to everything. Yeah, you can outsource that too. You can outsource those laundry. Yeah, I know that you have a washer and a dryer in the home, but you can outsource that and it would help you. There are these things out here now in our days that can help you achieve and put your time where where it's more important for you. And because you just can't get to everything. Don't be ashamed. Do not be ashamed to outsource whatever work so that you can keep more of your time and actually have a clean space that you deserve to be in, whether that be laundry, food, whatever, okay, or cleaning. There's no shame in that. You can have somebody come in once a month to do a deep clean, and then you do all this other maintaining throughout the days, or twice a month. Like, there's no shame in that. If you have the money, I totally encourage you, because you deserve a clean space. You deserve proper living, and all of this is part of respecting yourself. And I've used some of these services before. I remember when we used to be in an apartment, when we used to live in an apartment, I actually used these laundry services. No, did I announce it out loud and things like that? No, I didn't. Did my apartment complex, they have laundry machines downstairs? Yes, they did. No, but I was a new mom. I was going through a couple of things, and I felt that it was best for me to utilize my time elsewise. I hope I'm speaking proper English here. And I was like, hey, it didn't cost me a lot to do a couple of loads. And the loads would come back washed and folded. And all I had to do was put it away. And yeah, I used some of these services. And if you have a big, like if you're living in a big space and stuff like that, don't be ashamed to use any of these services, you know? But the most important thing is you deserve, to be in a space that is clean, and you deserve that. And if you're noticing that your habits are not on par, and they're not by any means like reflecting good, like you're not like reflecting a level of respect for yourself or for your space, then it's time to take action on that. Okay, so I didn't want this video to be super long, but somehow I went on a rant. But then again, that explains these videos. Oh, another thing, by cleaning there, don't forget to downsize. Okay, some of y'all be out here just buying things. It's like, yeah, when was the last time you downsized? Okay, downsize and see. Okay, you can get more space. You can, there's so much things in this cleaning, you know. If you guys want me to do like videos on like, how I clean and how I maintain like my space with the kids and everything like that, like I can go into details about that. But this one is specifically for those young women that I have been noticing that I'm just like, okay, I'm not liking these habits. It's like they're coming out here, you know, looking spotless, win, but like when we kind of see their living spaces and things like that, it's not on par. I'm like, no, we need to do better. We need to do better, you know? And yeah, so this is what the random video of today is about. Okay, so respect yourself and clean your space. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next one. I'm definitely gonna try to keep this up. Thanks. Bye.